Hi, welcome to Pictures, Noise and Words. I'm Hedgie, and this is Dream Theatre. Feels special, this. So I don't normally do popular bands, which is why no one watches my channel. I only think that's the reason. Anyway, I don't normally do popular bands because in something like Dream Theatre, Iron Maiden, Metallica, what can you say that hasn't already been said? This song, Night Terror, it's being picked over like vultures at a dead horse, basically. It's like every detail. What's he doing there? And listen to this, and all of that sort of thing. So you kind of think, well, what can you add to that conversation? And the answer is very little. So I'm going to come at this from the angle of, do I actually like it? Do I want to listen to it? Is it fun to listen to it? Is it, this is not going to be a technical review, because what's the point? There are 400 million people, probably more qualified and more experienced than me, already tearing it to pieces. So if you're not a Dream Theatre fan, and you're not keeping up, basically Mike Portnoy, one of the best drummers in the world, has come back to Dream Theatre after like 14 years, 13 years. It's a very long time. And I've seen comments where people saying Mike Mangini, who took over from Mike Portnoy and then has now just stepped away again. People going, "Yay, it wasn't any good. Oh, yeah, Mike Mangini." It's all nonsense. Mike Mangini is, again, one of the most talented drummers in the world. And people are just doing that weird partisan thing that they do when they have their favorite guy and everyone else is rubbish, sort of thing. So it's like, this is half introduction, half rant. Mike Mangini is an amazing drummer, an absolutely amazing drummer. What I will say, though, is that Dream Theatre was not the same when Mike Portnoy left. Whatever it is that Mike Portnoy brings to the ensemble, they missed when it was gone. So whether he came up with melodies, or whether he just came up with energy, or whether he just, the way that the whole group worked together when he was in it, where something was different. It's certainly not going to be that Mike Mangini didn't have the skills, because that's just patently nonsense. But there was something that was lost for me in Dream Theatre when Mike Portnoy left. And now Mike Portnoy is back, and the internet is abuzz, and I'm a little abuzz myself. So they've got a new album coming out, Parasomnia. It's not out. When's it out? February 2025. So not that long. Where are we? Nearly November. So, not that long. And this is the first track off it. The first track released off it, not the first track on the album. I don't know where it sits on the album. Night Terror. So, just to be clear and for transparency, I have heard this. But I couldn't resist it. Like I say, I don't normally do popular bands, but I just kind of couldn't resist this. So with everything that I've just said, let's have a blast. It's it's Dream Theatre, right? So the first single off the album is 10 minutes long. This might be the short one. And I love it for that. I love it. So sit back, or sit forward, or do something, but pay attention. It's like, no, before I say what it's like, so Dream Theater have, to their credit, have like fully embraced Mike Portnoy coming back, as they should. But it feels like they've gone out of their way to say he's back, he's here, look, he's here, hey, Mike Portnoy, hey. Um, so right from the very beginning of this video, Mike Portnoy is there, just like opens his eyes, like, look, it's Mike Portnoy, and then brrr, he's all over it. It's Mike Portnoy, look, Mike Portnoy, Mike Portnoy, which is kind of I don't know. It's one way of doing it, I guess. I mean, you could have just done a song and yeah, he's there, and but he's such a big influence, and probably that's I guess that's what the all of the noise on the internet right now. That's what it's about. It's about Mike Portnoy coming back. So, and they've fully embraced that and gone, yep, here he is. And then I think they've also done with this first song, and this is what I was going to say just about 2 minutes ago when I said I think. It's like listening to a medley of Dream Theater bits. In fact, not just Dream Theater bits, like Liquid Tension Experiment bits as well, which, if you don't know who that is, it's most of the same people. Because it's just full of Dream Theater parts. You can hear the parts and his drumming but like there's certain parts in his drumming that you go, oh, that's a bit like that bit from Awake, And then of course you've got all the other musicians. You've got that Jordan Rudess amazing keyboardness, which is I just don't even understand. It's just like, yeah, I don't know what you're doing there. John Petrucci again, and you've got like basically a bunch of the best musicians in the world. And then you've got James LaBrie singing within his range. So he's fair enough. The man is not 22 years old anymore. So he's not trying to reach notes that he can no longer reach. Or he could do it in the studio, but he doesn't want to set himself up to play live on stage or something. So, which is exactly what he should do. This is not a criticism. You get older, your voice range might change, and you have to change with it. You can't. We've all seen singers. I can think of some really famous examples where they're still trying to sing stuff, even new stuff that they're creating now. They're still trying to sing it like they were 22 years old, and they're not. The vocal melody, especially right at the beginning, I kind of go, oh, I wish Dream Theater had some different vocal melodies, but it's fine. Again, I mean, to say I'm nitpicking, is an understatement. It's a fantastic, energetic return. Not that they ever went away, but return with the new lineup. It could be my biases without a doubt, but this feels like old Dream Theater that I sort of knew and loved, that whatever it was lost a little bit when Mike Portnoy left, and it feels like, ta-da, we're back. It's like the last couple of times they toured, I didn't go to see them. I was like a bit worn out with them, but I'm kind of next time I think I'll be back, sort of thing. I'm going to keep going. So if you're getting bored now, I'm sure you've left already. Dream Theater, super technical. I mean, it doesn't need me to tell you that. Prog metal band that in a way became a victim of their own success because they are so good. They set the bar so high of technical metal that is also super listenable. We've all seen musicians that are really technical, but they can't write songs for toffee. So it's just a load of whittling, and you go, yeah, it's clever, but I don't want to listen to it. Whereas Dream Theater absolutely have the songwriting chops to go with it, and sort of have become a victim of their own success in my head. In that, no matter how good the next thing is they put out, I'm like, well, yes, of course it's great. That's what I expected. You know what I mean? So you kind of, even though it's brilliant, you feel like you're listening almost to the same thing as you were listening to years earlier. And it's like, even though it's, like I say, amazing stuff, you're sort of worn out on it. But in a way, this has kind of revitalized me for Dream Theater. I think it's just, and I can't put my finger on it, but it just feels like the magic is back. Maybe I'll eat my words when I hear the whole album, but this, I love this. I think this is great. I think that's probably enough. Let me know what you think, everybody, and I shall see you soon. Bye.